Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9 p.m, live and free on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in London, few days away from another stadium fight for Tyson Fury. Wembley first, Tottenham Hotspur now this Saturday.
DJ's go back to back.
Yeah, BT Sport box office.
Hold on a minute, I'm going to get me belt.
Yeah, that's why they want 3 minutes. But it's not going to bring more audience.
Let's have a look.
That's what I think.
How's that?
What we got here?
I got the WBC crown. You know!
7 years ago yesterday, the heavyweight division turned upside down.
It did.
How do you reflect on that night in Dusseldorf?
I reflect on it as it was a great victory by me, but what followed was pretty shit. It turned my life upside down, spun it around and tipped me out of the car. I've had a lot of ups and downs in the last 7 years. In the last 7 years, we've had 3 years out of the ring. I've had 2 years, just under 2 years missed by COVID, and only had 2 years of activity. So I've been out 5 of the last 7, which is pretty shit, isn't it? So yeah, the term of events haven't been great, but it is what it is.
Boxing wouldn't be in the place it is if that night didn't happen.
For sure. Probably Vladimir will still be champion by now. Still with all the belts over in Germany. Nobody else is getting a handle on. So I relieved the heavyweight division of the boring Klitschko.
Well, it is Derek Chisora again, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, another big occasion. What's different about Derek this time round, Tyson?
He's got more miles on the clock than he did before, and he's had more fights. He's took more punishment, and I think he's a different fighter today, isn't he? Since he changed his name from Del Boy to War, he always comes for a war and gets on the front foot, works the body. He's been in some good close fights lately with the top of the division, and even managed to get a victory over Pulev, which was good for him. So very proud of what he did. And here we are. We're on the eve of another world heavyweight title fight.
Absolutely. You say he's had miles on the clock.
Yep.
Could people say the same about you? For
sure, yeah. I've had a lot of hard fights in my career. The last few fights have been pretty tough. We've both got a lot of mileage on the clock. I think like the bookies and people are writing Derek Chisora off, but it's only a 2-horse race and anything can happen in there. And I'm not underestimating Derek. I'm giving him all the respect that he deserves. And as a challenger, I've prepared 100%. I've done 9 weeks training camp for him by the time the site comes round. I've really put the work in, so I'm looking forward to the fight.
Tyson, I remember the rhetoric before the Dylan White fight, and you were insistent on retirement.
Yep.
Why are you carrying on?
Because I don't really have anything else other than boxing, and I realise that. So I'll be continuing until I've absolutely fucked up me, tarnished me record, all that sort of stuff, until I've had about 15 or 20 losses, and I'll probably retire at about 45 years old.
Well, we've seen the greats of the heavyweight division do that, and unfortunately some of them have ended up in not a great way, Tyson. So is that
fuck it. We'll just enjoy it while we can. Keep getting a good few punches to the head and body, and hopefully one day it'll be enough. I'll feel fulfilled. I always said that I'll keep boxing until I become a journeyman, and I probably will.
You've done everything. You've got the money, you've got the fame, you've got
It's not really about the money or all that shit. It was about the money at the beginning, but when you got plenty of money, it's more about just keeping active and keeping a lifestyle going, staying in a routine and doing what you got to do. I feel happy when I'm in a training camp and a health spa. I think these training camps are not training camps anymore, they're like health spa holidays. I'm getting trained twice a day by the best in the world. I've got the world's best nutritionist cooking for me 3-4 times a day. I've got a massage man coming 3-4 times a week. I'm being looked after to death. The only thing I don't have is someone wanking me to death every day. But with that can be arranged because Isaac Lowe's going to retire soon. So
do you know that's a no? That's a no context Tyson Fury moment now.
You talk. Not the chat. It's totally inappropriate. But I will say one thing on this interview with IFL TV. I'm actually tomorrow 5 weeks celibate. Not one wank, not one shag in 5 weeks. I'm just being honest with everybody. I want everyone to know how much I've dedicated and sacrificed in this camp.
Yeah, some people think that you're not even bothering training properly for Derek Chisora because they think it's that easy.
Well, listen, I'm looking for my first knockout loss on Saturday night. So if I get chinned, kick me in the bollocks while I'm down.
Do you believe he hits the canvas on Saturday night, Derek Chisora?
Yeah, I'll do what the rest of them couldn't do. Knock him out. I'm on a 3 knockout winning spree, and I intend to knock him out.
What's next after this?
Lots of alcohol and beer. Alcohol and beer, maybe a couple of strippers, who knows?
Well, you've had your Sweet Caroline rendition, you've got a new book coming out, you're doing your Netflix documentary, Camp, busy life.
There's a lot going on. I've sold 7 million tins of Furiosity. That's bloody awesome.
I had a bit of your chewing gum today.
That's been released soon. I'm releasing protein bars. I'm blowing up, going all over. Coming in hot.
But no, seriously, what if you get through Hearn Chisora on Saturday? What is in February, March? What do you want?
I'm not really bothered. I'm going to get drunk, like I say. I'm going to get pissed up and have a good time over Christmas and New Year's. Spend some time with my family. I've been away for like 8-9 weeks now. So yeah, going to go home, do the dad thing, and I'll rejig after Christmas.
So it could be anyone. I mean, Wilder Ruiz are boxing in eliminator for yourself. You've got Joe Joyce, you've got Alexander Usyk. Let me ask you about Usyk.
Let me tell you.
Go on.
All of these men, don't care who it is. One thing I'll say is, wherever I can get the most money for my next fight, that's who I'll fight. And if I have to fight a middleweight to do that, or a light heavyweight, whoever it is, I'll fight him. Because at this level now, these big fights, what we're boxing for? I'm not boxing for plastic cups. I'm boxing, one, to keep mentally well, and two, for bants, basically.
For bants?
Yeah, it's fuck all else to do. If I had something else to do, I'd do it.
What do you think the biggest money fight is for you?
Probably me v me, if that would happen. If that was possibility, then Tyson Fury versus Tyson Fury would be big money fight. I don't know. Wherever the biggest money is, that's where we'll go. Because all of them's the same. They're only boxing men with arms and legs. And if someone wants to pay me an obscene amount of money to fight somebody, then it's game on. I've boxed for absolutely fuck all before in the past. So I'm sure I'll box for an obscene amount, won't I?
No, Usyk is going to be ringside apparently this Saturday. So
Usyk
do you
can go
welcome
suck
that?
a dick.
But do you want that fight?
Excuse my French.
Do you want that fight, Tyson?
I'm not interested in the foreign little tosser. I'm actually, if he comes to the fight, I'll promise you I'll slap him in the mouth. How's that? Usyk called me a drunk recently.
Yeah.
So I want to see what he's got to say about the drink. I do drink, yes, of course I do. I'm a human. I love having a beer. Who doesn't? But I know what he likes to do in his spare time.
What's that?
I'm not going to say on camera.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that's your thoughts on Usyk. Do you rate him as a fighter at all?
No, think he's a shithouse. He had his opportunity to fight for a lot of money, $65 million, and he didn't take it. That's a shithouse. Who doesn't take a fight for $65 million?
That's good for you.
Were you surprised though? Because after the Joshua fight, he jumped on the mic, said he wants you. So are you surprised that didn't come to fruition?
I don't really care, to be honest. Listen, whoever comes up to fight can get a good hide. Either they give me one or I give them one. To be honest, it don't really matter in this part of the career anyway. Like I say, I'm trying to be a journeyman now, and I'll keep going until I'm 55-year-old.
Is it mad to think you might box Deontay Wilder again?
If he wants a good hiding again, he can get it too.
It's Joe Joyce.
He can get a good hiding too.
Daniel Dubois.
He can get it.
Anthony Joshua.
They all can get it. But to make it fair, let's have a Royal Rumble, put us all in there, put $100 million up, and the last man standing gets the lot. How's that?
What do you think about Eddie Hearn saying that the Filip Hrgovic fight might block the undisputed fight with you and Usyk?
I don't really care because it's only the IBF, shitty IBF title, which I won't box for anyway. So yeah, the undisputed won't be on the line for me because I won't box for the IBF. That's a fact.
Gareth, to be fair, when I spoke to you a few weeks ago, we said if that IBF belt goes, Tyson wouldn't be interested anyway. So.
I wouldn't pay sanction fees for the IBF. The wankers down there, they robbed me. Unless they reimburse me of 7 years ago, the sanction fees that I paid them, they'll never, ever, ever, ever get to put a red belt on the Gypsy King.
How quickly did they strip you again?
About 4 days, I think. I can't remember. About 4 or 5 days. Yeah. 4 or 5 days stripped me. And guess what? They didn't pay me my money back. So whoever's the head of the thing, they owe me sanction fees. I think it used to be Daryl Pupils. I don't know who it is anymore.
Is it still him?
Daryl, give me my money back, bitch. Or else there'll be no undisputed on the line for your shit belt.
Tyson, a lot of people have given up with the thought of you and Anthony Joshua because of just what happened. He came on our channel on the weekend and said he believes the fight still happens in 2023. Do you believe him?
I don't really care what they say, to be honest.
What do you think of him?
Don't really think anything.
No?
Don't really think anything.
Okay.
I've got no interest in them all anyway. Like I said, if they want to fight, bring them to the table, get the checkbook out, put it on the line, and we fight. If not, fuck off. There's not much to be said, is there, really?
How many fights do you want next year, though?
Maybe none, or maybe 10. I might retire after Chisora, and that's a fact. It's how I feel, anyway.
I thought you said you just wanted to carry on.
Yeah, I might do. But I'm very contradictive. Nobody believes a word I say anyway, do they? So I contradict myself. It's not worth listening to me, really, is it? So actually, turn the interview off. Fuck off. Come on, out we go.
Thank you very much, Tyson Fury.
Midnight on Channel 5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9 p.m, live and free on Channel 5.
I'm gonna share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light. Yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.